Okay, so it has been a pretty long time since I made a video for this channel, and I think I'll elaborate. Alright, so today I am going to get Krispy Kreme donuts for my fiance's birthday coming up. We are getting 2 dozen because if you order a single dozen, you can get the second dozen for 87 cents because it's their anniversary or something. The reason I bring this up is because I'm going out, I'm running a task of some kind, and usually I would bring my camera with me, but for the past so many months I just haven't really felt inspired to. And I think that might be for a couple of reasons. For the past couple of months I've brought my camera with me, but I really haven't felt the need to take pictures or make videos for YouTube. And I think that comes down to what is inspiring me these days. When I first started this channel, I had a new camera. I had my Fujifilm X-E4, and I was just excited to make something for the sake of making something. I had never done YouTube videos regularly in any way prior to getting that camera, so it felt fresh. It felt like something new, something that I could add to the world and like make me feel like I'm accomplishing something. So back to the Krispy Kreme donuts. So sorry, I'm just recovering from losing my voice. I mean, that's another thing why I'm not making videos. So I decided, since I am picking up donuts today, that I would bring my camera and see what is around there that I could take photos of. Unrelated to that, I seem to have lost my variable ND filter that goes on my Osmo, so the shutter's probably gonna look cranked sometimes, which, hooray, pretty cool. It was one of those magnetic filters, and I guess it just fell off. It has also been a while since I filmed myself talking, and I can feel that rustiness, that I'm not able to structure a sentence properly, or like I'm worried about how the camera is framing me, or just very aware of myself right now, and that's probably not one of the best strengths to have when filming yourself or talking to a camera. So I'm asking myself this question: why haven't I made any videos for YouTube or any of these type of videos for YouTube? And I think it is a couple of things. Part of the reason is that I'm not feeling inspired by my locations or by the photos I'm taking or the reasons why I am taking photos. Before, like I was saying, I had a new camera, I was getting new lenses, it was fun to try things out, test things out, and then show my experience to people. But lately, I've been working on different things. My main career path has been filmmaking for the past, I don't know how long. And only recently have I gotten some actual traction, some goals now, some more reasons to create stuff. And making these YouTube videos, it just doesn't feel like the same thing. It feels maybe like a lateral step, or sometimes even a step backwards. When you are creating something that is not what you want to create, you're not really doing a whole lot for yourself. One of the latest things I posted was a trailer for a movie that I made, a not so short film that I co-wrote and directed and was also the cinematographer on and editor. When you're making these low budget films, you end up wearing a lot of hats. But when I was filming this, and I was filming this at the end of October 2023, it reignited that feeling of doing narrative pieces. It made me excited to make something that was not only my voice, but my vision. It was also working on a team. It was also collaborating with people who had a similar goal in mind. In this case, it was to work with me and produce a really cool script, but it doesn't stop there. So while this film was in post with editing and sound, I still had this bug to create more narrative pieces. But you don't always have access to a crew or actors or people who want to be involved because other people have their own lives, their own career paths, their own interests that take precedent, right? So I did what I thought I could do. I made a micro short film, something 2 minutes long, single location, single actor, almost no dialogue, and that was something for me to quell that bug that I had, that filmmaking bug. While that type of filmmaking does come with its own limitations, like you have one actor who may not actually be an actor. In my case, I was lucky enough to have Matt Dixon, who is an actor, a very good actor. But those limitations are, well, I guess we can shoot this in a couple of hours and use one camera and a 2-page script. They are limitations and you have to work within them. And that was inspiring. It was a very simple film. It got like 1,500 views on YouTube and people seemed to enjoy it. People responded so much that they were messaging me on my Instagram account going, hey, when does part 2 come out? What happens to this guy? And when I was making it, I wasn't even thinking about part 2. I wasn't thinking about any parts. I was like, I just want to make a thing. So now we were like, okay, maybe we should start writing, start making something new. So we got together, my fiance, an actor, actually a couple of actors, people who wanted to get involved, a makeup artist, people who saw it and really wanted to get involved in something that was maybe not high quality production, but it was a production. So that excited my friends or my well-wishers or whatever. And we started writing, and we wrote out something like 18 episodes or installments or parts. And we made a second one, and we filmed a third one, which is still in post-production. And this continued feeding that bug inside of me that wanted to make films. I'm saying all of this because when I compare those, which are scripted, which are rehearsed, which have actors, which have sets, which have cinema cameras, which have lights, to these walk-around videos where I'm just taking pictures of the stuff that I see as I go, I don't get the same spark. I don't get the same excitement, the same sense of accomplishment, which is why, as of the date of recording this, I think it's been about 3 months, maybe more, since I put out one of these videos. Even as I'm recording this, thinking that maybe this could be a return to form, or maybe making one of these videos more frequently, I'm thinking, do I really want to walk around and take photos and film those photos when I could just take those photos and have them? Inspiration is a really complicated thing because maybe in a week's time or 2 months' time or something like that down the line, I might be like, I really miss doing that, but right now I want to film the next film. I've also been writing a lot, not just that short film series, but a lot, just lots of treatments, lots of concepts, ones that I will turn from a treatment into a screenplay, or my writing partner, Michael, will turn from my treatment into a screenplay. And that's exciting too. It's more exciting than taking these photos. I guess something that is complicated, again, about making these YouTube videos is that there seems to be this obligation that you have a schedule. Because for as minimal as a lot of people's attention spans are these days, they still like things to be scheduled. Pocket. Gonna do the 2 dozen thing as well. Whatever, just assorted, yeah. All right, well, this is a lot of donuts, but it'll make some people happy, so why not? So in an attempt to return to form, I'm gonna try and take some photos now that I've got my donuts. God, I look like a tourist. So sometimes you find cool spots to take photos in and you're like, hey, I can take photos here. I don't fucking care. What I've been finding difficult lately is to determine what specifically inspires me on the day-to-day. I know I have these grander ideas, I have these grander hopes and dreams that I'm going to be making movies, because that's the thing that makes me feel whole, that makes me feel accomplished, that makes me feel like I'm putting forward my most creative self. But on the day-to-day, it used to be these videos I was making on YouTube, but lately it's been mixed. It's been an inability to focus exactly on what I want. And I guess, and it's hard to come to terms with this being a regular thing that happens as a creative person. The harsh lighting is not really helping with this camera right now. Anyways, when I think about things that inspire me on the day-to-day, it's not always something in a visual medium. It's very often something that I've read or that I've heard or even stories people have told me that excite me to continue writing or to continue being creative. If anyone is wondering, today I am out shooting with my trusty Fujifilm X-E4 with the lens that came with it. This is the Fujifilm 27mm f2.8 Mark II that has the aperture ring on it, as well as a very cheap mist filter on it, 1/4 strength. So if my photos are bloomy, that's why. One of my favorite things to do, just in general, is to write. And that's not specifically writing fiction or like a narrative storytelling or screenplays. It's simply to write. There could be poetry or an idea for a documentary or my thoughts on the day. Hell, sometimes I even like writing emails. And that is something that keeps me sane. And that's something that does inspire me on the regular. So I guess part of the reason why I'm out is to maybe try and ignite or reignite what it feels like to make these videos just for me, rather than feeling like I want to make videos to put on YouTube. And I am definitely rusty. Like, I took out a camera with a lens that should feel natural to me, and for whatever reason I can't seem to line up anything that I like. Or maybe my tastes have changed, or my own personal tastes in my own work. And maybe I'm thinking, is this actually work, or is this a distraction? A lot of things roll around your head when you're not fully inspired by what you are doing on the day-to-day. And it's not as though I haven't continued taking photos. In fact, I bring my camera almost everywhere still. Even if it's a small outing, and I'll snap a photo here or there. Or if I'm going out with friends, I'm still the guy who takes the photos. I think the personal side of it lately has been outweighing the side that I want to present to people. Because I still think they are good photos, but I don't know if they're the type of photos that I want to show to the world or show to my YouTube channel. I guess if I wanted to summarize what this video is about, I think it's about inspiration. I think it's a bit about my own personal journey, what inspires me on the day-to-day, and honestly, what isn't always inspiring me. Something I don't know if I ever truly got a handle on was creating a through-line narrative in any of my videos. And I think that's part of the reason that I am drawn to actual narrative filmmaking, where I get to control the narrative because it's already written, where characters can explore a preconceived narrative rather than filming first and trying to string something together after the fact. I imagine part of the irony of making a video like this is that it's probably not all that inspiring to a lot of people, that it's maybe more a reflection of the frustrations that I'm going through rather than being something that people can step off from or take their own inspiration or ideas from. Because irony is a bitch. I've said this before, and I say it to my friends or really anyone who will listen all the time, is that whether or not I was making money doing photography, I would still do photography. It's integral to my being. It's an extension of myself, and I would feel lost without it. All in all, I still do want to thank you for coming along on this journey. I know it's been a while, and I know maybe some of the stuff I've been posting lately isn't to the taste of the people who originally subscribed to my channel. And to that I say, I'm sorry, but also thank you. Because this is still part of my journey as a creative, as a YouTuber, as a filmmaker, as someone who is alive in this world. I don't fucking care.